guy sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the Unique Geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the Unique Geek.
And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of DragonCon, the podcast that has technical issues all the time.
Already.
All the time.
Okay,
and joining
good.
me,
You
as
did
always, is Lee and Grogu.
And Grogu.
And Coulson.
I have Coulson,
And-
and I have the cute dragon.
What
And
is
I also
what's the
have-
dragon's name?
I have never named my dragon. And
you
I
have a
also have
Waldo.
Waldo. I found Waldo.
Oh.
I found Waldo, and I'm keeping him. I don't know why, but I really wanted this Waldo doll when I saw it.
So why haven't you
I-
named your dragon yet?
I don't name them. I just love them and squeeze them and call them all George.
All right,
Kids,
you're
Make your parents look that up.
those of you in the audience tonight, your goal is to name the dragon.
Sure. Actually, that. Ho, ho, ho.
There you go.
Ho, ho. Starantz? What's
Uh,
Starantz mean?
I don't know either.
Okay.
But it's never too late to name a
actually-
dragon that, according to Naomi.
I like that. Naomi. That's awesome. Yeah, John. I've never named any of them. I like them though. I keep all my dragons. I have the little baby ones, and then
Mhm.
I have this one. So we have this one and the blue one, and was it red one last year? Yeah, because I got 3 kind of medium size. I want the really, really big one that they're going to have at the auction, but there is no chance.
Yeah, you probably are going to need
I'm not going to get that.
some
Even though I
disposable
would love it,
income that is not that disposable.
not that disposable anymore.
Oh, it's a
So-
strong.
I
It's a
don't know
strong
what that
bad
means.
reference. God, it's been so long since I've heard about strong bad.
What's strong bad?
That was like circa 95 is maybe 98 up to 98 is the last time I think I thought of strong bad.
Was this during your emo kind of goth phase when you had the longer hair?
It's a web comic
Oh,
thingy. I think there's also videos. It's been a long time since I've even thought about it, but I remember he has like he has a mask on and anyway,
okay, very cool.
very funny. Whatever.
All right, I do want to let people know a couple of things. Number one, remember, mask up, people. You don't have to wear them outside, but all the hotels and DragonCon are all on the same page. If you're in the hotel, put that mask on. And also, people in the parade, you don't have to wear it, but if you try to go into any of the hotels after the parade, they're going to want to see it. So put one on your wrist or hide it wherever in your costume that you need. There's that. We can make friends of the football fans that are there. I'm a geek. John is a geek. See, I have to remember which way you are. And we both love college football too. And both of us
all
love
sorts of football.
You love all sorts of football. And both of us know about cheering for a losing team. John, which one's yours?
Currently, it's always been FSU. So.
Okay, and which one's
Oh,
mine?
they
John?
won. They won the other day, and they won a game
Oh.
that they should have won. So
Okay, well, mine's the South Carolina Gamecocks, and we have sucked for many, many a
it's
year.
step up from last year. But anyway,
Well, hey, they won a game. Be happy.
they won a game. Yeah. I mean, they
But
won,
we can
what,
make
it was
friends, so just nice
Sure.
to the people in the football. Also,
Hockey-
remember,
hockey too, see?
hockey, you do like hockey. And
I like all sorts of things.
how did Tampa win a hockey thing? I don't know. I still haven't figured that out.
We've got 3. I mean, we don't have
I know.
3 in a row,
I
but we
still
have
can't
3
figure
total.
it out. I still can't figure it out. Okay, and John,
Yes,
there
ma'am.
are unfortunately some new
Some more sports
cancellations,
stuff?
folks.
Oh no, who canceled?
No, well, the list kind of like doubled last night. And so you
Oh.
might want to look. The best place to go is to go to DragonCon, go to featured guest, go to hit the alphabet Z, and then go all the way down because
Now-
that'll show you who. But folks, it'll also be on the app. So if you were thinking you wanted to go to X
Well-
panel for 4 people being there, and it's only going to be 3, that's probably why.
That's a question for you. Is it on
Okay.
the app or is it not on the app anymore? In other words, do they just take them off?
You're
or do
probably,
they-
yeah. I think they take them off. I know. Whoa. I'll look in just a second. But you know what, John? We need to talk to people who know IT stuff, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the app or anything else. But we have people who make it so we can see and hear DragonCon, and we got
Huh?
two of them right now. We
We
do.
do.
I know. We talked to
Yeah,
them last
I've
year,
lost
too.
the screen, so keep vamping because I've
Oh
lost
my
where
God! How
there-
does he
there it
use?
is.
Folks,
There we go. I need someone to.
Okay,
For the record,
y'all.
we don't
We're
know
both.
anything about IT.
No, I know. Well, I know. We just call you. I just say that. You know about technical stuff. You don't know anything about IT. But it's tech ops. And these are the people who make it so we can see and hear stuff. And I'm trying to use a nice word for stuff. Hi, Wolfman. Hi, Calnock. How are y'all? Whee!
Good. How are you?
So-
we all ready for this week?
Heck yeah. Let's go. Tomorrow. No, not really.
Yeah,
Not
we
really.
we start
Well,
tomorrow.
you guys are
I
tomorrow,
gotta-
though, right?
You guys are tomorrow. That's
So-
a lot to be tomorrow. Like,
Hey,
how do you
we're
start
starting
that?
a day later than we usually start. We normally
Oh.
start this morning, but we didn't get access to the hotels.
Oh, I guess they had something fun again. Oops.
Steve. Sorry, hockey stuff.
Steve, don't mess with him. Look, I like the Maple Leafs. Everybody gives me a hard time too. But
Oh,
I do. I like the.
Steve.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Steve doesn't like
um,
the Leafs. But yeah. So wait, you couldn't get in today? Like, there's another convention or something going on? I'm
It's just
assuming.
when we get access to ballrooms, like when we can
Ah.
actually take over the ballroom and load. Like for example, like in the Marriott, if we get the
Mhm.
atrium, we load the entire hotel into the atrium and then we distribute.
Oh,
it.
wow.
So if we couldn't get into the atrium today, there's no point in starting load-in today, or not
No.
not for the Marriott anyway. But we couldn't
Not
get
for
in
the
any,
Marriott.
in any locations for
In any
for
of them.
loading in.
Ooh. Oh. Well, y'all gonna
So-
be hoofing it tomorrow. How?
So,
ooh.
what time do you actually start tomorrow morning? What time is your call?
I told everybody to meet us on the dock at 8:45 in the morning. The first truck will be here, I think, about 9:15.
Do you bring donuts?
I do. I bring donuts and
Aw.
coffee in the morning.
Oh, you're so
Wolfman
sweet.
tries to take care of us.
Does he try? Does
He
Wolfman?
tries.
Well, you know, he's not going to make you a free elf, Calnock. So you just got to be there and come and do the job he gives you, and be happy he gives you donuts. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
if
getting
there's,
something.
if there's a sock in one of your books, I didn't put it there. It was a
yeah.
plan.
Oh, John, now I got to bring him a sock. I gotta bring him a sock.
just a random sock. Here you go.
Yeah, and just like have
walk
it
away.
pin
Hand
it
it
on
to
him
him,
and walk.
walk
Poor
away.
Calnock. Poor
Hopefully,
Calnock.
it is not one that has been subjected to a day of load-in already.
Oh, please no.
No. Oh God, no.
I'll
Oh,
turn down that
no.
sock.
No, those are bad socks.
Zan says hello. She's there, ready to set up for Tech Ops Load tomorrow as well.
Zan
And
is
you
always
two-
around to help us, and we appreciate it.
We do. You two are already down there. So wow. So how do you? Okay, so you just said that you put it all in the atrium for the Marriott. You put it all in different ones for the different hotels. How do you decide which hotel to start? How do you decide, or do you just have enough people that you can send them to all 5 hotels?
Yeah, no.
No, I didn't think so. I didn't think.
Yeah, so we usually have to tackle a hotel at a time,
Uh-huh.
and it's really dependent on the hotel availability. So we work with our hotel liaisons. We're like, okay, cool. You know, this room is available
Ooh.
at this time, or this room is available at this time, and we kind of start laying all that out of what's available, and then we kind of lay it out with how many trucks we have that are coming from the various places that we're getting equipment from, and then we're like, okay, cool. We have a plan. We can get in this location from these times. Let's put
Mhm.
trucks in there. Let's load everything in. And then we have
Right.
to coordinate that with the rigging crews. So the people that are actually hanging the truss and the lights and stuff like that in the big ballrooms. So, you know, obviously we have to have access to the room. We have to get equipment into the room. And then we have to have people that can come in there and hang the stuff.
Wait, so the rigging stuff, that's not you. That's the hotel. They
The
get the
rigging
little
is-
thing that
is-
goes up.
The
Probably
rigging
a
is
event
managed
company, right?
through MMI or
Oh, okay.
Music Matters Production. It's kind of under the purview of Tech Ops, but it's still managed by
some
the
other
by
people.
the
I know
AV
that's true.
entities. Yeah.
Gotcha.
We let the professionals deal with things that are going to be up in the air.
That's probably a good idea.
Right, because if they
There's
fall,
some
then it's not
insurance
your fault.
liability. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
liability thing. The liability, man, it's so tough. So you basically just start wherever you can. So if tomorrow at 8:45, the only hotel you can get into is the poor little tiny Sheraton, you're going over to the poor little tiny Sheraton.
Yep. And that's
And this
that's
is-
the way it's always been. Yep.
Right. Okay, and this is now I know you guys do your own load in, but this is also while load in is going on for the other stuff, like the load in for the dealers' rooms. Is that all going on at the same time?
I don't think that starts until Wednesday.
Okay.
I could be wrong. They may be doing some of that tomorrow, but it loading in for the vendors and stuff in the mart doesn't really impact us because we have very little equipment in the mart.
Okay, that's really cool then. Then that's easy. We did want to tell people about the mart. We are pretty sure it's in. Regina will email me if we're wrong, but we're really pretty sure it's in America's Mart 2 and 3. For folks, you need to know this. The only way you can get to those is to go outside. That little skywalk, the little habit trail from the Westin to the to America's Mart is not gonna work for you this time for gaming and for the dealers' rooms. So, oops, probably not DragonCon's fault. I mean, the Mart is always
remember
doing
Phil
neat stuff.
said. Phil from Gaming said, Board
Yes.
Gaming said that it was because America's Mart is opening up different things on those
There you
levels now, so
So
that they've had in the past.
they don't love us
So,
anymore.
Well, they're doing a ton of renovation in there, and that's some of that's changing footprints, some of that's just changing accessibility, and I'm sure some of that's shut down just for simple construction. So you can't have the public wandering through there.
No, that's true. Because again, that nasty liability thing.
Yeah, it's funny that people don't like to start endangering the public, but I don't know why.
Well, but you guys get to be endangered too because you're the ones again that make us see and hear stuff. So what do you do? I don't even know how y'all set up a room. I know when I was a track director, all of a sudden somebody would say, "Hey, Tech Ops is here," and I'd be like, "Great." And then 20 minutes later, I had microphones and a screen if I needed it and little thingies. And so I don't even know how you start doing any of this. So, take me into a track room. What do you do if you walk into a track room and you got to make it so we can see and hear stuff?
You wanna start us off, Conlock?
Sure. So a lot of that depends on how big of a room it is, but we have room layouts for all of the track rooms that are like, hey, the stand is going to be over here if there's a platform or if it's just a table. And it's going to say, okay, we want 6 mics on this table, so we go put 6 table mics out and we find a spot for the soundboard. Sometimes it's dictated, sometimes it's find a corner somewhere, depending.
Please
on the
help us find a place where you can put it. Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Because not all of the rooms do we manage during the entire run of the convention. Some of the smaller track rooms, we just set it up and we check on it throughout the day, but we don't have a tech ops person sitting in that room all day. And so...
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I didn't know you had anybody that sat in a track room all day. I know you have them in the ballrooms, but...
Yeah, in the ballrooms, and some of the track rooms get a little bit more TLC because of their size. But we, for the most part, the people that sit in rooms all day are just in the ballrooms. You are correct.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And so you come in and you do that. Now, I'm gonna ask Wolfman and I know these charts, y'all. I did it in Excel because I was like, I want this as a table and things like that. But if you have a room and there are a lot of rooms at DragonCon that are funky because you have these. In one room that we used to have over at the Sheraton, there was just these columns in the middle of the room, and you have some of those, and I can't remember elsewhere. What do you do? And some of those rooms are kind of big. How in the world do you move around that so that people can see in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, so the hope is that we have a track director around that we can ask questions to about how would you like to use this room, so we can kind of help deliver the vision that they have in mind for the space.
Okay.
In the absence of a track director, we just have to make an educated guess about how would I set up this room with
so that people can see people
where doors are. So this isn't just about, okay, can we put a speaker up? Can we put a microphone up? Can we make it so you can hear somebody on stage? Or do we have a TV or a projector or something like that? But where are exit doors for the room? Where are ingress, egress points where we have to tape down cables, where we can't block a fire door, where, all of that kind of stuff. So, some of it's we can only do what the room allows us to do. Some of
Right.
it is, how does the track director want the room set up from how they have the room envisioned. So it's kind of a little bit of all of the above, and we just have
Right.
to kind of roll with it.
Yeah. And I didn't understand how important tape was for conventions until I started working at DragonCon. There's a lot of tape.
How many rolls of tape do
Yeah.
you think you go through? Gaffer's tape.
We bring down what
Cases.
five cases, 5 or 7 cases, and that's not including what's in the ballrooms. We have so.
Wait, I'm trying to understand that. Okay. Yeah.
We don't do the tape like when you go to get your badge, like where there's lines on the floor, like blue line go this way, red line go this way.
Right.
We don't do that tape. That's typically done by safety or somebody in volunteer. I see the comment from Nikki.
Nikki says
so much tape. Yeah.
But we have cases of it that are in our operations room. So we have we have cases of it that come down with the trucks, all the equipment and things like that. I mean, basically any cable that's on a floor, if it crosses a doorway, it crosses any path where somebody could walk over it, we have to tape it down because otherwise it's a trip hazard. So,
okay.
And if it goes over a doorway in larger rooms, so like let's say in Centennial in the Hyatt, we actually have to bring it up above the door. We have to have it so it's not crossing a doorway because it's still there's such a large bundle of cables there that tape isn't an effective method of managing.
Yes. So, you know what? It's been a while since I've looked over Centennial 1. I will be looking around going, oh, the tape is above the door this time.
And if you look in Centennial 2-3, like the 2-3-4, the side where the big stages are, the stuff coming from 4 towards 2 and 3, you'll see a cable snake that goes above the door.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I kind of know what you're talking about now. Okay. So then after you tape it all down, you also try, okay, hey, man, can I borrow some tape? I have to tell you, I didn't know what gaffer's tape was.
The answer is no. We don't have enough.
No,
we
still don't have enough. You cannot have it. I didn't know what gaffer's tape was until years and years and years ago, probably in the area of 25. And every year we would always be like, oh my God, we need to make sure we get gaffer's tape. Well, as the track transitioned to new directors, we went through boxes. Guys, we had like 14 rolls of gaffer's tape. We were like, did we just keep asking for this every year? Yep. We just kept buying it.
Do you have any idea how expensive that tape is?
It is expensive.
It is expensive. And like some people would have it and they would be like,
is
yeah.
It $20 a roll or something like that?
It's ridiculous.
How much a roll?
I said 20.
It's probably more than that now. I'd guess about 30, 35 a roll.
And how many rolls? You said you had 5
But you're buying them in bulk, so.
Yeah,
we bring them down in
33.
cases. Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking about, 20 or 30 rolls in a box, and we have
that's
several
what I was
boxes
wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
So, wow.
How
do you
many,
have those boxes? Oh, John, you first.
I was just going to say, so how many rooms do you actually have to set up before con even starts? And we'll get into everything that you have to do during con. But,
yeah, we're not going to get there.
Before con even starts, what is how many rooms do you have to set up roughly?
Something in the 60s, 70s ish.
Yeah, I counted it one year. It was more than 50, less than 100. It's a lot.
I like that. More than 50, less than 100. It was somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact count, but I feel like it's in the 75 rooms ballpark of how many rooms that we set up equipment in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, 15 ballrooms, 15 of the larger spaces where we're actually setting up, heavy duty equipment, and another 60 some odd track rooms worth of small stuff or TVs or things like that.
That would make a lot of. Oh wow! And I did 15-ish ballrooms. So that's really interesting too, because you got to start thinking about this, people, especially if you're in. And I'm gonna get it wrong. Is it Regency 6 and 7?
Is the
one that goes like this way? Yeah, the one that goes kind of horizontal instead of vertical of a ballroom. That one can be moved around. People don't get it. All of a sudden you can be like, all right, well, we're gonna need more space here, so we'll move this wall and do it, and then you got to put the wall back and then retape and things like that. So, wow.
Well, yeah, I don't know that we reconfigure Regency too much. There's Regency 5 and then there's 6-7. 6-7 we don't really reconfigure, but we do use it for other purposes, like where we get rid of chairs and have things like the the robot battles and stuff in there, where it's more arena setup, not audience style setup.
Okay. What time is I gotta look because I need to know what time. I want to go see wrestling this year. I've never seen wrestling. I'm going to go see wrestling. I know.
They don't have wrestling there. They have wrestling.
Oh, wrestling? Is that how?
Wrestling's in Centennial Thursday night every year.
Yeah, I know that part.
7,
I know I got to
I
go to the high end.
It's got to be like 7 or 8 because the call for load in for that is 4 o'clock. So
yeah, and we help bring all that in too. The wrestling ring and all of the rope and the mats and the springs and the steel plates and the steel bars, all that plywood all comes in with tech ops labor as well.
Wow. That's a lot, y'all. I mean, that's like, wow. Clear them all. I'm
Dole
just
Whip
like,
Dave
wow.
says thank you for making all the tech work.
All the tech work. It's just magic. I think it's just magic. But okay, because it just all of a sudden shows up and then it all of a sudden goes away. But if you see people that are in tech ops and they're running, probably run the other way. Get out of their way, number one.
At least please get out of our way. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Get out of their way and hope
if you
for the
see
best.
a TV barreling towards you, don't stand there.
Don't stand there.
Go off to the side.
Yeah, right.
How many TVs do you guys have to bring and set up?
Ooh.
Like 60 or 70. It's a lot of TVs. It's I think we bring like 2 trucks of TVs down.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well,
And these are not small TVs, right?
No.
These
Yeah,
are,
anywhere
these
from
are 55-inch TVs.
Yeah, 50, 65, 75s. We have a couple of 85s. I don't think we're bringing the 85s this year because we're using projection. But
okay, wait. Where do you put all those? Where do they go?
Track rooms, ballroom. So, for example, we were just talking about the Regency 6-7 in the Hyatt.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the last couple of years in Regency, so a long time ago, the way we used to set up Regency 6-7 is when you're looking at the stage, off to the left side of the stage, we had a projector back there, and it was filling up a big projection screen. Mm-hmm. For the last several years, we've actually put, I think, 2 75-inch TVs in there, so they flank the stage, and you have 2 75-inch TVs that are way up in the air.
Okay. And then also, people may not know this, when the guests are on stage, there's also usually like a little monitor or TV or whatever right there. So do y'all put those up in as well, or are you not doing that anymore?
Sometimes it depends on the room, and it depends on kind of what equipment we have involved in there, and also what the tech needs are. Like a lot of times, we typically only have those in spaces where we know we have a request where somebody wants to send content from the stage, and that way they can use that monitor over there as a preview for their content and what's going out.
Puppetry is a very common one for that.
Yeah, or if they're
what was that?
Puppetry.
Oh, puppetry. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, or if they're talking over like a Blu-ray or something like that, where they're going to show some video clips and they're going to talk to it, they can at least have a TV there to see what they're showing.
All right.
So we do that kind of stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. And after you unpack all this, and we're not even getting into the rooms yet. All right, so you unpack it all. Where do you put all those, like the boxes?
Yes, so we have an equipment room.
Did I ask a tough? Did I ask a? I'm
how
sorry.
do you know what goes back in
laughing.
what box?
Yeah, that one and that
Luckily,
one. I'm a mom. Moms and dads. What goes one?
Luckily, everything's labeled pretty well. All of our boxes are color coded, so there's a color coded sticker on every box that tells us what hotel it needs to be in. So we know what. If you just pick up a random box that showed up somewhere and it's got a sticker on it, we know, hey, it belongs in this hotel, and you can look at the label and go, it goes in this room, and it goes, this is where it's for. So it depends on the room. So like the ballrooms, we can keep all the equipment, all the equipment boxes backstage because there's plenty of storage room to do that. But in a track room, there's probably not a place to put, all the boxes it takes to do that. So where we can stick stuff under a stage, sometimes we stick it under a stage, but we have equipment rooms in all of the hotels. So we typically bring all the boxes and cases back to like a local equipment room for the Hilton or for the Marriott or for Hyatt or something.
So you don't like put them all in one place again and then have to put them all in another place. Okay, gotcha.
Rob says it's like the end of Raiders.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly like the end of Raiders. We're pushing some random cart with a label on it that would probably kill us if we open the box.
Don't open the box.
And
don't open the box.
Mia, I'm going to say it's Mia. I'm not 100% sure. Claims it's just magic. That's where all the boxes go.
She's correct.
She's
magically disappear.
It's magic. I will say though, don't look under table skirts, folks. If you're in a track room or anywhere like that, You don't need to know what's under those table skirts. And you know why? Because none ya business. Leave it alone, or we're going to tell on tech ops, or we're going to tell on you to tech ops, and they will come and put you in one of those cases. Not really, but that's a good threat though. As a parent,
you don't.
I like that.
You don't need to see what's behind the curtain. Just
Don't see
follow
what's behind-
Oz at his word.
If you get too nosy, we're going to recruit you to go crawl under the skirt to fix cabling.
Oh,
Speaking of recruiting,
yeah.
how did you two get involved in tech ops? Was there a fake ad placed in a newspaper? What was going? What happened?
I like it.
Good. You want to go first, Calnock?
Sure. I actually got involved because Wolfman put out a "Please, we need more people" on Facebook. So I started going to DragonCon in 2015. 2016 was my first year as a volunteer. After the 2015 show, the group that I'd come with wasn't coming again, and I was like, I'd like to find some new people. And I've done stage work and live event work throughout my childhood to my adulthood, and so I was just like, let's see if there's a tech crew that needs help. And I happened to see a plea for help that Wolfman had put out, and I was just like, sure. I did theater for 6 years. Would that be helpful?
Punch and pie.
He said,
More
can you
people
tell
will
the
come
difference
if there's
between
punch and pie.
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference between XLR and a 3.5 millimeter jack? Can you? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, you can help.
Hey, we will teach you the difference if you don't know.
And I love watching it. All of a sudden, they're saying, all right, this is a problem. And then all of a sudden you turn around and there's somebody crawling out from under something. You're like, you okay? And they're like, yeah, we're fixing it. I'm like, okay, bye. So that's always good. So
As Mia says, stage rats.
stage rats.
That's what's under the skirts.
That's what's under the skirt. Stage rats. That's actually sounds really serious. That sounds scarier.
So Wolfman, how did you get involved in tech ops?
Yeah, so this was a very, very long time ago. A long time ago when DragonCon was young, and so was the Earth. So a good friend of mine had been volunteering on tech ops for a couple of years already. I was actually coming to DragonCon for a video game tournament. It will tell my age by the video game, which was Descent 2. So I was here competing in the 64-player elimination for Descent 2, and my friend was like, hey, you should come check out Tech Ops, and we could use your help because I knew a little bit of AV, and so I was basically on the volunteer crew by the end of that show. So that was 27 years ago. So this is my 27th DragonCon on Tech Ops.
Wow.
27th on Tech Ops.
That
That's more than me, man. Congrats. Wow.
I'm not sure if that's an accomplishment or a condolence.
That's a pretty no. I mean, I think it's both. I mean, in a way, not in a bad way either, because you've done a lot, and you started from. I don't want to say gopher. That's not the right term, because all of our volunteers, that's not the term. But you started and then kept going up and up and up into what you do now, which is you get to tell people to go under the stage along with you sometimes.
I go under the stage sometimes too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we got to do to solve the problem, and when we're shorthanded, it's it's all hands on deck. So we condolences. Yeah, thanks.
Condolences. I like that, Naomi. That's pretty good. And so, but yeah, I think it's so funny too, because when I talk to people in tech ops, they're like, we were always the people that helped AV in high school. Right. For my age, that's when I was first starting at DragonCon. I'm like, what's tech ops? And they're like, oh, we do all the AV stuff. And I'm like, oh, good. No, bye. I did it in high school. Never again. I was always worried I was going to break the projector or something else.
It's really funny because, like, for the most part, I started learning, really audiovisual doing work at Tech Ops with DragonCon.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I've been doing audiovisual professionally for 25 plus years now. So, I mean,
oh, okay.
Like, this is what I do for a day job as well. So,
oh, wow. Very cool. And so how about you, Calnock? Is this your day job too?
No, I'm a software developer by day. Though I do help with AV at a number of other conventions. I've always kind of kept working with AV. So I started in middle school I had an English teacher that was just like, you seem technically minded, and I need somebody to run lights for my little like 1-act stage production. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I just kept doing it through middle school and high school. I did a little bit in college, but I was mostly focusing on becoming a software developer. And ever since, I've just kind of kept it as my hobby.
Oh man, that's kind of cool though. I like it. I always love us too. John and I occasionally used to go to a con in Florida, and it was like, we're not going to volunteer. Oh no, we volunteered. Do you need something? Yeah, I need you to do this. Okay.
Kevin points out, I think it's for Wolfman. Getting out of tech ops is a 12-step program. Wolfman is still on step 1.
No, I think Wolfman. No. Like, thinking about the steps, he's admitted that he is in tech ops.
He's admitted he's powerless to the microphone.
He's admitted that he is powerless to get out of tech ops, and he's admitted he needs help with tech ops.
He believes in a higher gain. Although Thomas does point out that the gain knob is not a volume knob.
Yes, that is true. It is not.
Okay, wait. What's a gain knob? That doesn't sound right, though. I can show you
over here by turning this up and then going like that.
Oh, ow!
Exactly.
You mother.
It is the now I need to reset it. What the hell?
Gain knob is big volume adjustment.
Okay.
The fader is small volume adjustment. So
is the one that you should be focused on.
You want to set the gain so that your range is kind of where it needs to be, and you move the fader so that people sound what they need to sound like in the acceptable range without going into feedback or.
Right, because I know sometimes you'll have guests who, or anybody who's like really kind of, they're very soft spoken. I don't understand people like that because that's just not how I do.
Yes,
in real
you really
life.
need a microphone in a director's meeting. Yeah, you're one of the few people in there that can very very well project themselves.
I'm not there anymore. Don't make fun of me anymore, Wolfman.
I'm not making fun of you. It's a compliment.
It's a truth. I've mentioned several times that giving Leigh a megaphone at the parade is sort of pointless. It's a hat on a hat.
It helps
I don't know
me
why
have
you
a
bother.
voice at the end of Saturday. It helps me have a voice. But you do. I've seen you guys going up to gain and going, no, can you turn up this mic? I done all I can. There's no more.
It's really hard when
you try talking into the microphone.
Yes, the mic. Yeah.
It's really hard when we have panelists that start doing this. They start, sliding further and further away from the table, and they keep talking, and you're like, I can only make the microphone so loud before we start going into ringing for the room. And there's just some panelists that they don't want to sit right up on the table with everybody else, or they speak really super duper soft.
They're very soft spoken. Yeah.
We have a few of those, and it's one of those things that when we know it's coming, we try to make sure our soundboard folks, hey, this person's going to be on your panel. They're, tricky to microphone, tricky to run a mic for these reasons or whatever. So just something else to be aware of.
Yeah, just something else to be aware of. We're going to give them one of the cordless mics because everybody in the front is going to have that. And this person's going to be rolling behind them trying to talk. And it's just easier to give them a cordless mic. Although I don't think I've ever seen you do that. But, hey, never know. Never know what might happen. Okay, so.
Oh, yeah. And Kevin points out, or panelists share the mic, one that's quiet and one that's
not so much. Yeah, that's always true too. That's why you'll also see,
and especially if you don't, and that's a problem, of course, because especially if you don't have anybody in the room with you, don't have a tech ops person actually on the board, managing that is, sort of a nightmare. So I guess you guys just kind of set it the best you can when you walk out of the room and hope that.
And none of us ever, nobody who ever volunteers in a track ever touches them. No, we
doesn't happen.
Yes, no. But
to the point that Kalnock made, we just kind of make a best guess for where we can put that for a board that we're leaving in a track room. But it's a real problem. It's why we have operators in ballrooms, because the audio systems that are in the ballrooms are much more powerful than what is in a track room. So if those were allowed to basically just run, unchecked, I mean, you're talking about permanent hearing damage to people in rooms. Like it's a different kind of problem.
That would be bad. That would be very, very bad. And some of us already have, because we're old, are already having hearing problems. Let's not make it any worse until we have to. So, yeah.
So to that end, actually, Sharon asked a question earlier, is do you guys have any great stories? For example, Did a speaker really catch fire before a panel one year? Wasn't before a panel.
Well, it wasn't a panel.
There
but
was
yes.
so I mean, things happen. We are using audiovisual equipment. It gets shipped around. Audiovisual equipment is either very high voltage or very high amperage, depending on what we're doing with it. Things happened. It was pretty apparent the thing that happened in the Sheraton a couple of years ago. People talked about it. We knew about that. There have been other incidents in the past, some of which we can control, some of which we can't.
Some of which you can talk about, others you can't.
Others you can't.
Well, I mean, as a story, I don't remember the acts involved, so this is relatively anonymous in that case. But there was an act that was, I believe, in Centennial several years ago, and they had a glitter like a glitter pop or something that shot glitter out in the crowd. They popped a glitter pop off, and it got sucked into the air intakes for the amp rack that was sitting on the side of the stage, and it sucked all the glitter in and blew a fireball off the back of the amp rack. I mean, stuff we can't control. There's no way we could have predicted that was going to happen.
Nor could the person with the glitter gun. I'm gonna promise you, they did not think they were trying to break anything doing that, other than glitter being the STD of craft.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Crafting. Yeah, other than that.
Or the example, when the ice bucket challenge thing was like a big deal. There was a group of people that were going to go up on stage in the atrium ballroom and do the ice bucket challenge, not realizing that we have condenser mics on the stage in there that are 48 volt DC. So, you do not want to be hanging on to a microphone that's running 48 volts DC through it and pour water on yourself. You're going to have a bad time.
That will not be good. No. That would be a very bad time. And
aside from likely damaging equipment, it's probably not going to be real good for the people that are doing it either.
No.
I don't know, Cal. You got any good stories that you want to share? No.
None that you can tell.
Other than I happened to be nearby and convenient when we had a power strip that was overloaded and was able to prevent a fire.
That's good. Preventing fire.
Hey. Only you can prevent power strip fires.
So we have a group of volunteers that are mobile troubleshooters that we call our firefighters, and I was a firefighter at the time. And so the running joke was I was also an actual firefighter that year because I prevented a fire.
I'm sorry, all I could think of is that's not the name I would have wanted to name that group, only because that's just asking for trouble calling you a firefighter. I'm just like, that's
Look at how long, I mean, like for me, the fact that I've been doing this long, look at how long that DragonCon's been going, like how long I've been in tech ops, and how many like major incidents of things like that we've had in the entire history of tech ops. They're pretty minor and it doesn't, I mean, it's not even one every couple of years. It's really infrequent.
That is very true. You guys do a great job with that. We have not blown up yet. Yay!
so far you're doing a great job. Yeah, don't ever say
we have not blown up.
I know Cal Knox in IT, so I never say anything is going well. I'm in IT as well. Well, I never say anything is going well because as soon as you say that, something will break.
You said the W word.
Yeah.
You said the W word. How dare you?
Yeah,
what
I know,
was
right?
The W word.
Well,
what?
I literally keep a piece of wood next to my thing so I can knock it. It's like, hey, how's the database looking? Right now it's looking good.
All good. I do it on my head.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, I'll do it on my head.
Now, Sharon does ask another question, which is, why do you guys use code names? And her husband apparently is in tech ops.
So, our department...
So there's no accountability. That's why. So if anything goes down, no one knows who they are.
It's funny. In our department, the fact that we're so big now, let's say we're fully staffed. If we were fully staffed, we have over 300 people in tech ops. How many Jasons, Johns, Scotts, Jennifers, Stephanies, Kevin's, really common names do you think we have in a department of 300 people? And when you call for them on a radio and you say, hey Jason, or better you say, hey Jason, and part of your transmission gets cut off, how many people are going to respond to that traffic at the same time? So we started going by, like a call sign really from the beginning. It's it's how we've always kind of operated, and it's been more effective because when you're trying to call out somebody's name, it's usually something very unique or unique enough that we know exactly who you're trying to pinpoint. And
Right.
even kind of have to audit our badge names when people are coming into the system,
Yeah.
so that we don't have names that are the same or sound the same on the radio. Like they may not be the same name, but if you try to pronounce it on a walkie-talkie, if it sounds enough alike, we have to kind of get one person to change.
Yeah, saying Volk van, you're probably not going to have a Volk van, even though that might be this really obscure heavy metal, Albanian rock group. That might be your favorite. You cannot be Volk van on this because on a radio it'll sound like Wolfman. Do you have a Velveeta?
Well, Ready Whip is much less common than Tracy, apparently.
Yeah. Right?
I mean,
but if I call for Ready Whip on the radio, one person knows exactly who we're calling for.
When I call for Ready Whip at home, never mind.
I'm not. I didn't. This is our last one that we're recording. We are trying our bestest to be good.
French drunk.
Yeah, we are.
I actually started packing today, by the way. You guys are unpacking tomorrow. I just started packing today.
I started making the list. And it does have that I have to have my sodas and my protein bars.
All the important things.
All the important things.
I got a shelf full of food back here behind me in my hotel room. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, wow.
Sierra says most times your first name doesn't stick. And then,
it's funny when a lot of times. So a lot of folks don't, when they come into Tech Ops, they don't really have an idea what they want their nickname to be. Sometimes they have, a gamer tag or, some other tag that they use. But if they don't have one, sometimes it's just their first name. Sometimes it's some random name that gets assigned to them out of an encyclopedia. Sometimes that name sticks with the person and it becomes their identity. And that's exactly who, what it makes it work for them. Sometimes that's changed. Yeah. I mean, I see some examples popping up here. What was the one? Antidote. Was, somebody
I
like we literally opened a book as like Antidote. That's your badge name. Cool. It's stuck. That we know exactly who that person is, and they've run with that name.
Vaccine. Your vaccine.
Then you have names like Caution, which.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just did that. I have a mosquito around my head, and I was trying to get it. Sorry.
Phil Collins, I think, is making a Lee joke. This is another short video.
Fight me.
Anyway.
Okay. So I'll say it. I ain't got no problem. But yes, so that's kind of amazing in that. Is there a Velveeta? I'm like, have you gone through all the cheeses yet? Like a Munster, a Colby?
I don't think so. We have a Colby, but
like brie, brie, goat, feta. I don't know. Those would be. I just gotta start going through.
Jack Cheddar.
Yeah. Jack Cheddar. Yep. Cheddar.
Or Cheddar Jack, I guess.
I like these ideas. We may have to add them to the suggested names list.
There you go. I mean, geez.
You failed to change your name in time. This is the name you now get.
This is your new name. Right. Oh, yeah, actually, you're saying some of these will stick. We had, when I was in college, there was a person a couple of years before me who her name was Spike. And that was because when they were calling roll the first time in this English class, it was like Elizabeth, Liz, Lizzie, Beth. And it was like, and I got to the next Elizabeth and went, and you're Spike. And she was like, okay. And she was Spike for the rest of her college years. I was like, you should have that on your diploma. She goes, I thought about it, but not going to do it. But yeah. And a moratorium. We do have a moratorium on Katie's and cats. Well, yeah. Y'all already got a cat. You can't do another cat. You got a cat.
We have a cat and we have a Katie and
that's it.
That's where we're not gonna get any more.
Wait, Invisible Monkey? That's pretty good.
Yep.
Monkey. I like these. They're always fun. And this is why when you're doing your DragonCon stuff and they're like, what's your badge name? And I'm like, Lee. That's pretty boring.
Sierra asks, how can regular attendees be kind and helpful this year to tech, as opposed to other years? When you shouldn't be.
Question.
Every other year, be mean to them.
Right. Planted question.
You want to start with this, Kalak?
Sure. So we touched on it earlier.
Don't look under the skirts.
One of the best things is if you see us running somewhere, please step out of the way so we don't run you over. That is probably one of the biggest and easiest things to be kind to us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see us working, try not to interrupt what we're doing. Like if we're just standing there and you have a question, go for it. Like that's not a problem. But if we're like sitting there trying to like rapidly pull cables in between panels, we may not have the answer for you.
I will also add one to that. If you see them and they're all in a little group going, do we try that one yet? They're trying to figure out something so that we can see and hear, folks. Give them their 5-minute brainstorming and let them do it, and then they'll talk. Yeah, that's a big one because don't interrupt because they'll ask you how to do it. No idea. So yeah. All right. So those are 2 good ones. I like those. Yeah.
Several things like, hey, remember, we're all volunteers. We're here because we want to be here to help make DragonCon what DragonCon is. Remember to bring your adapters. So if you want to plug in your iPod into an HDMI cable, okay, great. It'd be really helpful if you bring your adapter to do that, or your laptop or whatever device you want to plug in. We do have some, but we can't always be everywhere at the same time.
And it is called a dongle if you're using it for trying to show your Apple into something or whatever. It's called a dongle. Bring your dongle. I had no idea what that was. Bring your dongle. Yeah. John, would you say John is going through his box of dongles?
I was just saying, so this is just some of it. Whenever this year I don't have this problem, but in years past when I've had to do I knew I could be recording a panel or whatever, I actually have boxes of just adapters that I bring with me, splitters, various
show me what you got in this box.
Well, this is just one of them. I
can't believe I'm looking over like I can
before because I carried.
Oh yeah, I have seen your box. That's true. I have seen that box. Oh, that was wrong.
Phrasing.
Well, and
I have seen your extra adapter.
Cables over here.
With that adapter box and dongles and adapters and things like that, the other point to make there is if you're doing something weird in a room, the earlier you can get with us to work that out, like, hey, I'm doing something weird in this room tomorrow at 4 p.m. Can we get together beforehand and let's test what I want to do to make sure we can do that? But that helps us out a ton when you come in, find Tech Ops early and say, I have some unique request that we need to work out. Like that helps us help you.
Yeah, Kevin was saying pretty much the same thing. If you're on a panel and need something.
Yeah. Let the directors know Thursday.
I said, please don't give us a thumb drive 2 minutes before the panel and expect us to be able to play audio off of it.
Yes.
Right? When in most of our rooms, we don't have the capability to play off of a USB drive. Yep. Like, we don't have laptops laying around. Yeah.
I mean, can I also say this just as a person who's had to deal with Tech Ops? Be flexible and patient, just like anything for DragonCon. That's probably the best thing you can do for Tech Ops because they've got a million things going on at any one time. That let's go back to what I want to talk about too is what you're doing during con. So, and I've seen this like something will break in a room, right? Oh. Maybe for whatever reason the board stops working, or a microphone goes out and you're short microphones or whatever, or you need an AV that you didn't know you needed before.
Or you need a screen and nobody told you until 30 minutes before a panel. You know who I'm talking about.
What are some of the other kind of things that you wind up having to do in the middle of con, in the middle of the show?
So what are things we have to figure out in the middle of the show like that?
Yeah, I mean, what are some of the other things? What are your other responsibilities during the show?
We recognize that the track directors don't always have all the information or always have the latest information. I totally understand and respect that, and we work very hard to try to make those things happen.
You do.
Again, that's why I say that the earlier you know about it and can tell us, the better it equips us to help you. The other side of that is I mean, we do have kind of an extra stash of equipment to accommodate some of that to a degree. Yeah, but I mean, we know we are always going to have random requests.
Yes.
We can't always accommodate those random requests because we may not have equipment available to do that. That equipment may already be deployed somewhere else because somebody else got there 30 minutes earlier, or we had something break that doesn't work now. We had to deploy the spare equipment to solve that problem. Right. So that's a part of it. Yeah.
And you guys are wonderful with that. If it can be done, you guys will do your best to do it. The one thing I want to say to people is if they've taped it there, it's there. It's taped there for a reason. Don't try to move it. Don't try to say this bothers me when I walk over it. Learn to just train yourself to not, if you're going to always be in that ballroom and you know you're going to trip there, just train yourself to walk over it. I have done it for 20 plus years because they've put that there for a reason. And it's big, and who knows what their reason is, but it's not my reason to move it. So please don't. Because I've seen people try to do that, like, well, this tape's in the way. No, it's not. That tape is not in your way. It's on the floor.
Tape is there
Leave
for
that
a reason.
tape alone. Don't touch tape. It's like talking to 2-year-olds sometimes. I think the other thing I did want to ask you guys though is, yeah, you guys will run around being like, I'm trying to find it, and I just like many a track director and many other people have come and gone. Okay, I'm really, really sorry. They didn't tell me. And the basic thing I've always had, I've gone in and Jason has seen me and I'm gone, I swear I didn't know. I swear. They never told me. I will let you look at my emails. But all of the sudden, yeah. And so y'all just be patient. If something comes up, do it that way. And remember, it's con. Try to, not be a jerk and just go with the flow and ride with the tide. It's okay. We're going to do the best we can. Yeah, and the con pack up. Okay, I hear this all the time. Con pack up, and I'm going to let you guys talk about this for a second. But we've already heard Regina talk about the Dead Dog Party, which is for volunteers. If you want to have that fun, you got to volunteer and put your hours in. But what do y'all have to do before you in tech ops are allowed to go and basically eat something on Monday where you might be able to sit down and it's hot?
Yeah, so remember that load in thing that we do that we usually stagger over 3 to 4 days? Well, we have to do that in reverse in about 6 hours.
8 if we're being
8 if we're
lucky.
We're really getting technical. Yeah.
How?
Oh, wow.
So we have to get every piece of equipment that we put in every one of these spaces untaped from the floor, broken back down into its components, put all the cables back in the boxes, get it all loaded onto trucks, get the trucks into the dock to start with, and then get it out of the hotel, get it back to where it belongs, unload that truck, and have the truck come back so we can load it up again.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have to load out, 15-ish trucks worth of gear, basically, in about an 8-hour window.
And I'll say this also because, as you just said, you can't get in until tomorrow at 8:45. There is often somebody waiting to set up these rooms. DragonCon ends at, I think officially we end at 3 on Monday, but there are people waiting. As soon as that room and all those people are out, they're putting something new in there because Atlanta's a big convention city, and we're not as huge as it was, but there's still stuff going on.
Yeah,
as of today.
With pandemic, we don't have so much of the challenge right now of like trying to come in on the heels of things. But in many years in the past, our loadout has been hindered by the teams or groups that were in our spaces that were getting out, and we have to wait for them to get out before we can come in.
Right.
So when we talk about, we essentially have to talk about loading and setting up 5 hotels in a 2.5 day window before we go live on Thursday afternoon. It's still a lot of stuff to set up even just in that time.
Yeah. That is a whole lot. And yeah. Whew.
How lenient are your vendors on, do you have to rewrap the cables, or do they take care of that for you? Just got to get them back in the...
We rewrap the cables the right way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not that
Not
way.
over your
That is
elbow.
the wrong way.
That's the wrong way. How do you do it?
That is the wrong way.
Okay, I don't know. That's how I do it, so I know it's wrong, and I only do that for my stuff. So
yeah, don't do that to microphone
cables. You shouldn't do that
cables.
for your stuff either.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that for
extension cords, anything like that.
Cables.
No.
Okay, so how should you do it?
It's you look up a video on how to properly coil a cable, but there's a technique to doing it so that when you drop the cable on the floor, it basically doesn't tangle itself. So you can just throw a cable across the room and it'll go out straight. It won't make a knot.
I am looking this up now. How to properly.
You know what? Well, while you talk, I will actually I'll show everyone how to do that.
Lee, if you need an in-person demonstration, come by our ops and we'll show you.
We'll
I will do
happily
that.
teach you a practical application. When you want to come help us pack up all the cable, we'll show you how to do it the right way.
I didn't want to do that. I just want to watch. I just want to know for my Christmas lights. I'm just trying to figure out for that. And there are folks. I have now already. I think I'm counting like 35 and more.
Oh.
Woo, I'm just keeping going on YouTube.
The corkscrew technique?
That's one way. It's everybody kind of has
Lasso?
their own way that you learn how to do it. Like, the way I do it,
Yeah.
it works for me. Like, it's just it's whatever makes sense for you.
And it's whatever doesn't get tangled up with everything else.
Right.
So yeah.
You'll quickly recognize a poorly wrapped cable from a properly wrapped cable, because if you take a cable and you literally just throw it out across 25 feet away, there we go. Yeah, there we go. You do it wrong and it'll just end up in a big knot.
Okay. Well, I've been doing it wrong forever, so good to know. John, we don't need to see the video. What
I
are
think
you
we
doing?
do. Yep.
There we
There we
go.
go. And then there. And then
And
there.
then there.
And then
He's
there.
just having a lot of
And there.
fun.
And then
John,
there.
stop. John has just gone to YouTube and pulled something up about kegels, and he's like bouncing
Kegels?
it around.
No, cables.
Cables.
Not kegels.
I said cables, didn't I?
I'm hoping you did.
Sure.
I really am too. I've already said other things. So
Because otherwise, how do you know my search history? Anyway,
yeah.
the
Okay.
all right,
That
what
was
is,
you.
what's the
I
most?
didn't do that.
So Sierra asks, what is the most difficult setup at the show?
Ooh. There's so many that are tied. I don't know. It's the complications is just it's all of the logistics for the big ballrooms, especially. So it's we have to get the stage built. So we have to have somebody deliver all the stage pieces and put all the stage together. We have to have, the crews that are coming in that are hanging the lights and the projection screens and things like that, so they can get all the stuff up in the air that we have to, build. And then we have the people that are doing the pipe and drape around it all. So, it's just coordinating all of that kind of stuff in those rooms. And, all of the things that get involved with just making that work in that room, like, from electrical power to, simply access to the space. Like, that's what I think 80% of our complications are with kind of doing setup.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I missed there, Count Lock? Like something that comes to mind?
No, you got it. I would say Sheraton is probably our easiest.
There are 5 track rooms and a ballroom. Right?
And they're all on the same floor.
Yeah, that's it. Well, no.
Oh, you're right. You're
We're
right.
below. Track rooms are below, and then that's up. But yeah, it's like
Yes.
just
Sorry,
less
you're
than
correct.
a full flight of stairs.
Yeah.
That's Sheraton. See, we love our Hotel Sheraton. It's the best. So yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, and I know we gotta start moving to other things, but I think what's very interesting, and if you saw this in the chat, they're all talking about what I've never been to Dead Dog. It is something that people are always like, when are you, it's hard. So try not to get in their way on Monday afternoon. Try not to be the person who's like, I still want a panel. No, time to go home now. Go home now.
Dude, I don't think we've
We
asked
need
this
to
question
sleep.
yet. Maybe we did. How many volunteers do you have currently
Yeah, because you said you're not full.
for load in and load out,
What's our
or even during the show?
count right now? I think it's 187.
Hang on, I can tell you in 1 second.
Live from Eventany.
Yep, live from Eventany. 187, although that is not actually correct. We had 2 people message me today that they unfortunately have caught the plague.
Yeah.
And will not be attending.
And I think
As
that's a
Deepak
big
says, never
scary
enough people.
thing. Never enough.
Yeah, never enough. It's, again, if we were fully staffed, our department is allocated 330.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
currently
really?
we currently have
They're less than
187
that.
on paper, which is going to end up being, I don't know, 165, 170-ish at the show, which
So basically, even less than half, right at half of.
right at half. And
Right
we
at
really
half.
need a lot more people to do what we do. Yeah.
Yep. And folks, just to let you know, there are some opportunities to volunteer on the spot, but especially if you're down there and you want to talk about, well, I can't do anything during the show. I got my kids, but I can help you right now. Go and ask. I mean, they sign you
We
up
got
as a
15
volunteer.
trucks starting tomorrow.
Got 15 trucks, 8:45.
Be happy
And there
to
are
be in
donuts
Atlanta,
and coffee.
downtown Atlanta.
And there are donuts and coffee.
Speaking of which, how if people do want to volunteer or find out how they can help, where would they get a hold of you guys?
Yeah. So we have our easiest path is the Facebook page. So we have a DragonCon Tech Ops Facebook page, spaces between every words. It's pretty obvious. There's a pirate cog on the logo, so you'll find the right one.
There you go.
If you're looking to message us through there, that's kind of the quickest way to reach us. If you're on site and you wanna come volunteer, put in a couple of hours, even if you already bought your badge and you're just like, hey, I want to see what Tech Ops is all about. Come by our Tech Ops office in the Marriott. We're in L504-505. It's behind the concierge desk on the main lobby level of the Marriott.
And that's over by Regina's area too, right?
Yep, if you keep following that hallway around, we're the last door on the left.
No, I'm sorry, you can't really follow that hallway around. They do kind of block that one off starting for that, but you can if you're there on tomorrow or Wednesday. You can go down that way and talk.
Yeah,
but otherwise, they're going to kind of block that one out.
I think we'll actually have most of our ops set up by tomorrow afternoon. So.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we get the Marriott tomorrow, so we'll have Marriott set up probably tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, you will. So hey, there you go. Okay, so I just love it, and I do. I really want to know somebody named Velveeta on Tech Ops. Somebody needs to be
like, come volunteer with us, Lee. We'll make your
badge
name Velveeta.
No. Lee can't lift or bend a lot anymore.
That's okay.
That's fine.
That's okay. We have lots of roles that still fit for that.
I have yet to see one thing where y'all don't have to lift or bend with what you do.
I run the ops room. I have to do radio check-in and check-out 24 hours a day for the 5 days of the convention.
Do you just sleep in there?
Is reach. I don't personally do it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I have to manage the people.
Occasionally,
you have to step in if somebody is not there. But all you got to do is reach and grab a radio and hand it to the person and put in the number and their name.
Yeah, Calnock is not a free elf. Just FYI. Just saying all again. Calnock is not a free elf, y'all. You need to watch out for this. We broke him. Yay, we broke him.
All right, yes. Wolfman and Calnock, we like to play games with our guests at the end of our episode. So you should see in the private chat you just head over to Jackbox TV and the room code is there.
And I want to, right, so you guys get in before anybody else. But if you are Tech Ops and you're watching this right now, why don't you try to let everybody else who's played stand back. This might be the only time Tech Ops gets to have fun for the next couple of days. Just the next couple of days.
I'm sure they like doing what they're doing. Otherwise,
of course they do. But
other than, Wolfman has been indoctrinated to the point that he doesn't know a life without it.
Poor man. Poor man. But if you're Tech Ops, we would love to see your fun little name playing today when John shows it out for everybody else.
And I'm about to do that.
Yeah. But
sometime soon. Here we go.
Remember, folks, if you see people there and they'll have a volunteer ribbon, it says it on their ribbon, on their lanyard, not ribbon anymore, lanyard. Be nice. Say thank you. Wave at them. Wave at them. Just be nice. Don't remember, everybody's volunteering, folks.
Can you hear the audio, Lee?
Yeah. I can hear the audio, and I'm just looking at some of the names. Calnock is right there. There he is. Calnock is not the free elf. Okay. Bring him a sock. I am. I tell you, man, I got cool socks too. I'm bringing him some socks.
All right, we're gonna play Set Course for Sci-Fi tonight.
Set Course for Sci-Fi.
Well, we're playing.
How do you get to sign these up this way?
It's a game. It's never mind. Doesn't matter.
He's got a list.
Sure.
I hope you're ready for Quiplash 3. Return to the planet of the Quips.
Oh.
I'm your host, Schmitty, asking you to please spay and neuter your pets. You heard me. Don't look now, but it's round 1.
All right, so everyone who's playing...
Yes, points. You score points based on the percentage of voters who like your answers. Clear enough? Sure hope so. Let's go.
Everyone who's playing should get a couple of prompts sent to their device. Just fill out best you can. If you weren't able to get into the game, sorry about that. We have a limited number, and otherwise this game would go on forever. But please join the audience and vote for your favorite in the audience. While they do that, while they're filling out their little devices there, I will point out that Naomi says, no, really, we have a ton of roles for folks at all skill levels and levels of accessibility. We are more than a couple of folks wrapping cables and turning knobs and throwing heavy things.
That is very true.
There's lots of, and Matt also points out there's something for everyone in Tech Ops. Nikki says the equipment room. I don't have to lift or bend.
We have a lot of different kinds of roles. So yeah, don't think you have to be technical. Don't think you have to lift heavy stuff. I mean, we're like the size of a medium business. We have all kinds of roles in the middle.
Yeah, actually, I just thought about that. You actually guys have, well, if you're fully staffed, you'd be twice the size of the company I work for, but you are about the size of the company I work for right now.
Nope. Not the one I used to work for. Nope.
Yeah, well, you work for the government.
Yeah, I work for the
government. They seem to be large.
Oh, no.
Kevin points out I'm bringing a con newbie, not a DragonCon newbie, but a con newbie. Oh, wow. And he's volunteering with Tech Ops this year. Nice. So, first timer and thanks, number 12. You ruined it. What was that? What was that?
I have no idea.
Oh. Oh, you did it. You have okay.
We always have 11. That's all we have. 11 live listeners. Okay, here we go.
Besides a fly, what's the worst thing a teleporter can combine you with? Jeff Goldblum or sticky floor to con suite?
Ooh.
Besides a fly, what's the worst thing a teleporter could combine you with? Jeff Goldblum or sticky floor to con suite?
Cheesy poofs. I get to go get some cheesy poofs.
Let's see. Sorry, Rena. Quiplash goes to the Pal family with sticky floor to con
I love
suite.
you.
All right, check this out.
How you'd pass the time stuck on Mars for a couple of years?
Everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Lots of Earth gazing or set up satellite. Elon. Oh, was it set up satellite?
Elon Wi-Fi.
Elon Wi-Fi and game. There you go.
I don't understand that.
I believe they're talking about Elon Musk's.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, I got you.
Lots of Earth gazing or Wi-Fi and gaming. 86% to Gabe. Oh, sorry, Kelnock.
Next we
Sorry,
have...
Kelnock.
The ninth thing you do if you had a time machine.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
I'd recruit more folks for Tech Ops in the past. Make Misfits of Science a 20 season show. The ninth thing you do if you had a time machine.
Ninth.
What's that?
I said ninth.
Oh, recruit more folks for Tech Ops in the past, or make Misfits of Science a 20 season show.
And Wolfman got Tech Ops in the past. He found them, and he's gotten them.
First thing you'd say if you made first contact with aliens on behalf of Earth.
Choose your favorite.
You were supposed to be Vulcans, or hail to the king, baby. The first thing you'd say if you made first contact with aliens on behalf of Earth. You were supposed to be Vulcans, or hail to the king, baby.
I'm sorry, I just watched Lower Decks the other week, and that's pretty good.
And you're supposed to be Vulcans wins.
Way to go.
Without further ado.
A personal flaw that would immediately get you kicked out of the Starfleet Academy.
Voting time.
Itchy trigger finger or brutal. A personal flaw that would immediately get you kicked out of Starfleet Academy. Brutal or itchy trigger finger. And Reyna wins with itchy trigger finger.
Okay, Wolfman, that was supposed to be brutal. What?
It was supposed to be brutal honesty.
Oh, brutal honesty. There you go. Yeah, the problem with this game is you can't go back and change your answer when you see that. Oh, I accidentally hit too soon. Aliens have landed on Earth. The first thing they say is, "Take me to your sauna or candy." The first thing aliens say to you is, "Take me to your blank, sauna or candy." Looks like we split the room.
Split the room. Woo!
But Lee wins slightly with candy, with 53%.
I've got candy on my mind right now.
Something your friends would say if you had an alien
Here's the
stuck
fun
to your
part.
face.
Pick your favorite quip.
Who's your little friend? Or, hey, bud, you got a little something over there. Over here. Sorry. Something your friends would say if you had an alien stuck to your face. Hey, bud, you got a little something over here. Or, who's your little friend?
Hi.
Looks like Chris
The
went with, hey,
audience
bud, you got a
doesn't
little
like
something
me.
over here.
It's fine. I see
Oh,
how
it's
it
okay.
is.
I liked your little friend. I did.
Before pew pew, lasers used to make the sound
Now pick your favorite.
of scared cat noises or zap zap. Before pew pew, lasers used to make the sound zap zap or scared cat noises.
Though on
Okay,
that
now
last
I
one,
understand what
almost
Lee was-
put something the same as the other.
Scared cat noises wins. That was Gabe. Now I understand what Zan was saying because there's 11 people in the audience, and then someone,
Oh.
the 12th person
I'll
came
never
into the
forget
audience.
you, round one,
On the
but
game.
Now it's time
Got
to
it.
look at the scores.
Let's see who's winning. Gabe is winning with Chris and Pal Family right behind.
Welcome to round two. I knew you could make it, but get ready. The points are doubled and the pressure is on.
Okay, so while they do that, and go through some more of these messages here. Oh, actually, yeah. So earlier, Sharon, excuse me, said the sound for Cybertronic Spree is always great. That has to be the most complicated show, and/or the symphony. How much setup do you guys got to do for the symphony?
A lot. I mean, we're miking, 100-piece orchestra, so it's a lot of setup. We have to we usually don't have a lot of time to get them turned around and get them on stage and get all the mics in place, and even just music stands and instruments. It's a lot of work. That's one of my favorite shows. One of my favorite events at DragonCon. That's one thing I always try to make sure I go see. It's totally worth your time.
Do we know when that is?
It is Saturday night.
Saturday? Okay.
Saturday at,
of course.
I believe it's 7.
Of course, you could always consult your app. There was something up at the top here that came in earlier. Kevin did point out earlier that Sentinel gets reset several times. International North, South, and West gets joined and split, if I recall. That's when we were talking about what rooms have to, when you're doing setup, if you have to go back and reset things all the time. Those are apparently the places where that happens. And Morgan gave us a quote on a tape from earlier. $18 for a 2-inch width, $36 for 4-inch width.
And that's per.
Best is.
Yes, per roll.
Oh my.
What invention
Voting time.
will eliminate the need for government? Unlimited breadsticks or intelligent people? What invention will eliminate the need for government? Intelligent people or unlimited breadsticks? Both of which probably true.
Which one do you have a better chance of getting?
Sierra says, shout out to the Sentinel team. You guys are amazing.
And here we
Centennial,
have-
not
Centennial. Sentinel. That's Sentinel for me. That's why I can never find it. The
Time
one
to pick
thing
the one
Green...
you like
I didn't
best.
see who won the last one. The one thing Green Lantern isn't allowed to create with his ring. The Stargate or another lantern. Which would then create another lantern. Which would then create
unlimited
another lantern.
breadsticks won the last one.
Oh, unlimited breadsticks. Okay. One thing Green Lantern isn't allowed to create with his ring. The Stargate or Another lantern.
And getting rid of that bad Green Lantern movie?
That was a really good line from Deadpool, though. Like, don't make the suit animated.
Another lantern one.
You're welcome, Canada.
The only thing a sonic screwdriver can't open. Wood or your dog's mouth when
That's a
they
good
have
one.
something bad.
I don't know who did that,
only
but
thing-
that's beautiful. I'm sorry.
The only thing a sonic screwdriver can't open. Your dog's mouth when they have something bad or wood.
Yeah, just all of it.
Oh,
Yep,
wow!
there you go.
Super Quiplash for Duke. Is it Ducray?
That's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Got
I'm
all the
sorry.
audience and all the votes from the players as well. What humanity will evolve into
All right,
after
people,
a million
it's
years?
voting time.
A portable, all-knowing machine that farts, or what's that? Eloy?
The Eloy and the Morlocks.
Oh, Eloy and Murlocs, of course.
Morlocks. Morlocks.
I said Morlocks, didn't I? What did I
No, you
say?
said Marlocks.
Okay, whatever.
More.
Look.
I know.
It's been a
We're
long,
punchy.
long
It's
50
been
days.
a long 50 days here.
Looks like a portable, all-knowing machine that farts is what we'll evolve into after a million years.
Okay, what's next?
That is very much.
How do you know your smartphone?
All right, choose your favorite.
Yeah, your smartphone. Your smartphone
Phone?
is plotting against you. How do you know your smartphone is plotting against you? Ads for FU? It's a smartphone. How do you know your smartphone is plotting against you? It's a smartphone. Or ads for FU, which I'm assuming someone messed up typing, but I actually kind of like ads for
Fun
FU.
Palace. Ads for FU.
Funeral homes. Funeral
Funeral
homes.
homes. That's a good
No.
one. That is a good one, though. 'Cause
Sorry, I
ads
didn't see that,
Moving
Steve,
right
until
along.
I actually thought it might be ads for flu.
the quickest way to get Spock mad at you.
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Do the sign wrong. Oh, and hey, somebody even put in the emoji. Wow. Do the sign wrong or stupidity. The quickest way to
Live
get
long
Spock
and
mad at
prosper,
you.
man. Live long and
Stupidity
prosper.
or do the sign wrong.
Oh, that is my last page.
I think
oh,
we know the correct answer. I don't know what that was for, but
way to go, Gabe.
Oh, Gabe gets super quiplash
There you go.
with do the sign wrong.
And next is
Honestly, what does Godzilla
all right.
want?
Vote for the one you like best.
Oh, somebody got messed up in the typing again. World peace and fire breath for all, or some fill in your own joke there.
Some tiny
Honestly,
building.
what does Godzilla want?
Some
World peace
pizza,
and fire breath
obviously.
for all. What's that?
Some pizza, obviously.
Some pizza. There you go.
Pizza.
What was it, Wolfman? What were you typing?
I was gonna go for like a breath mint or something like that.
Some breath mint for
gotcha.
crying out loud. That's not a bad one either. I would have liked that. Too.
And now,
Slow zombies are terrifying. Fast zombies are worse. The scariest zombies are the
Nothing like
ones
running
that
unopposed.
say,
Here's
"Come
some
give
points."
Aunt Muriel a kiss."
You're welcome.
There's no other answer for that.
But that one was mine.
round
That was a
two
good
is no
one.
more, but how did you score?
Or I
I'm
hoped it was a
sorry,
good
that
one.
was not intentional.
All right, let's see where we're at now. Gabe is still winning with Lee right behind, and
Oh!
I think Chris was.
That'll
Right
be-
up
that'll
to
be done now.
Whiplash.
All right, last
A
round.
No holds barred quipaganza. I'm going to send each of you a prompt that requires 3 separate responses. Remember, big points mean big pressure.
Okay, well they do that. Steve says Godzilla just wants some. That's it. Just wants some. Everybody wants some.
Okay, I'm trying to answer these questions. Ah!
Sorry. What are some of your favorite interactions with attendees? Now, that was a question that I was actually going to ask earlier. You guys keep typing, and I'll just put it out there. How many accidental open mic, live mic incidents have you guys witnessed over the years?
A lot.
Wolfman, try to actually calculate the number.
I'm just trying to think of anything like really bad that's happened. Like, I don't remember any specific bad open mic issues.
That's true. Lots of incidences that have happened, but none that were like egregiously bad.
Right. They just didn't realize they turned off their mic. They just continued talking.
Now, there was a really fun one that I was running audio for with Alan Tudyk, Nathan Fillion, and Marina Baccarin. Marina wasn't there. They called her on their phone, and they were holding the phone up to the microphone, and she didn't know that the audience was listening to the conversation. That was funny, but like in terms of like an open mic kind of weird thing.
Brian says, I had to cut the mics once, ... That's one time at DragonCon camp.
One time at DragonCon camp.
Kevin says, one of my favorite Tech Ops memories is the first year I was in Centennial. I got it right that time. For the Symphony, watching the lights being run, it was pretty amazing. All right, we're back. Let's see. 3 most awkward things about being assimilated by the board.
Real. Pick your favorite.
Shared consciousness, shared memories, and weird implants, or the fashion sense, unopened cheese, and the neighbors. The 3 most awkward things about being assimilated by the board. The fashion sense, unopened cheese, and the neighbors, or shared consciousness, shared memories, and weird implants. I don't know what the unopened cheese is a reference to. Wolfman. Hey, Wolfman gets it with 71%.
The neighbors. I like the neighbors.
3 things you should have to put on the. Excuse me. 3 things we should have put on the Voyager Golden Record to really give aliens the gist of humanity. Proper anatomy, bad tweets, and Beyonce, or TikTok videos and Real Housewives. 3 things we should have put on the Voyager Golden Record to really give aliens the gist of humanity. TikTok videos, Real Housewives, or proper anatomy, bad tweets, and Beyonce. And Raina gets it with proper anatomy, bad tweets, and Beyonce.
I swear that poop just burped.
Forget Westworld. The 3 worlds I want to experience are...
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
Fully staffed world, water world, or Amazonia, or Tribble world, ice cream world, Firefly got 7 seasons world. Both very good answers.
Both not bad.
Forget Westworld. The 3 worlds I want to experience are fully staffed world, water world, and Amazonia, or Tribble world, which one, ice cream world, and Firefly got 7 seasons world. Besides electronic sheep, what are the 3 things androids might dream of?
Okay.
Electric Avenue, Electric Boogaloo, Electric and, yeah, well, that. Having friends, gaming without hacks, and watching DragonCon live stream.
Aww.
Besides electric sheep, what are the 3 things androids might dream of? Having friends, gaming without hacks, or watching DragonCon live stream, rather. Electric Avenue, Electric Boogaloo, Electric and, well, yeah, that. And having friends, gaming without hacks, and watching DragonCon live stream wins. All right,
that was
final
close.
score.
I can't believe we made it. Let's see the final scores.
Looks like we made it. I can't believe I'm saying that.
I'm in last.
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh.
Gabe wins!
Gabe wins! Yay, Gabe! Golf clap. Very nice golf clap. Golf clap. Okay, now as we're leaving this, I want to ask you two one last question. What is something, no matter what, you pack first for your personal self? What do you make sure is in your bag first?
My radio headset.
Wait, no, I meant for you personally. Seriously, still your radio headset?
My radio headset.
Okay. I got you, Cal.
I am chained to my radio the entire convention. I better have my comfortable in-ear headset.
Yep, same.
Yeah, okay.
As a good first item, food. We always have all of our food stuffs. We've got jerky and granola and dehydrated strawberries and fruit leathers and all that stuff. Like, we have to survive, so it's food.
If we're talking more of a general, good shoes.
Good shoes, yes.
Sturdy walking shoes, because we do a lot of walking in Tech Ops.
And I have those. I have ones that are already in my DragonCon big bag, which is the one I pull out and go through and then say, yep, number one. I've got the good memory foam shoes because they'll match everything. I don't care. Or I say they match everything, so I don't care. There you go. John, what about you? What is the one thing you make sure you're putting in?
I like what Zan said. Which is a portable cell phone charger.
Portable cell phone charger. Not a bad one either.
These days, yeah, that wasn't
Well, it's not bad. Yep.
Chris says, see you all at con. Thanks for another great season of 50 Days DragonCon. Oh, coffee beans, sturdy shoes, and a sweatshirt and a multi-tool.
I'm going to tell you one. Tammy. I'm going to tell you one from our intern that works here and lives here. Toilet paper. He hates hotel toilet paper.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah. I mean,
it's already with the soft drinks.
Legit
right
reason.
Now. Legit.
Yeah.
Badge.
So Naomi says badge, radio, headset, water bottle, and multi-tool. And Zan does remind us about water bottle. Water bottle is probably
water.
Yeah, my Camelback sitting right over here on the floor.
Yep.
Oh,
there you
wow.
Go.
Serious. I guess you guys need to have your hands free all the time. So yeah.
Well, that, and I mean, I normally do 70, 75 miles during con, so like I drink a lot of water.
How do you wow.
Dude wipes.
And somebody else said they make sure they bring dude wipes. Look, that's just rather funny. That's a good answer. Look, I think all potties now should have a bidet, so I'm ruined. Bidets. Don't need toilet paper.
So yeah, bring your bidet. Bring your bidet with you.
You can't really.
Don't forget to pack that.
They don't like. They don't pack.
Have fun at con. Enjoy.
They don't pack easy.
All right. Hold on. Let's see. We got closing on the comments here. I bring flushable wipes. Yep. Taylor says I bring flushable wipes and Hail Hydrate. There you go.
Hail Hydrate.
There you go. That's from Naomi. All right.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Wolfman and Calmont, for joining us. And Sharon does point out there are actually travel bidets. Well, there you go.
And we learned something today, folks.
And we're going to Amazon.
Meds. People are coming in with lots of stuff. My main item of necessity is my camera and a mega zoom lens. Meds, of course. Yes, don't forget to pack your meds.
And take your meds, but don't share your meds and don't take other people's meds. I forgot
to mention this. How I'm going to give away. So our Canadian friends gave us a couple of limited edition tchotchke things.
We have giveaways.
Right. If you come up to me, I only have a very limited of them, so you're gonna have to catch me probably on Friday. I'm not sure when I'll see Steve and Marina, but if you come up to me and introduce yourself as Dwayne Johnson, you can have one of my very limited edition of these things.
Okay, now wait. That's yours. And you got to say you're Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, not that other name.
You do something like, "Hello, my name is Dwayne Johnson. I'm here at con."
Okay, I got it. Come up and serenade me.
There you go. There's your. So our friends gave us again. They're just whatever.
And that doesn't
they're very cool. I've seen a picture of them. They're very cool.
They are very cool. We're very excited about them. And we have
limited, but if you
come by, when we say limited, we mean like we can carry them in our pockets. Limited. We don't have a whole lot, but it's really cool. But you got to serenade me.
You got to serenade.
And dancing helps.
Until next time, I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to throw up here. I'm going to throw up here some comments as we're rolling the credits because there's a lot of stuff that people are recommending you bring, but we do got to roll. So, and these guys got to get some sleep before the big next couple of days without sleep. So until next time, for Wolfman, Kalnock, and Lee, this is John saying until next time, peace. And I probably should have the thing ready to go.
And a travel bidet.
There's
a travel bidet right there.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
Portable bidet. There's a rechargeable portable bidet. Hi. I can't wait to see you in a couple of days. And we love everybody. Thank you all for listening. Because we wouldn't do this without you. Promise.
Yeah.
No, we might. We like talking.
Who
to
knows?
each other.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.